So the legends and rumors from the old timers in Orangevale was that William Randolph Hearst himself built a house right here in this community. Pam Devine had listened to those old timers talking about it, and so she brought that to us as a volunteer with our community organization. And so we dug into the rumors of, did he actually build a house in Orangevale? Where is it? Is it still around? Let's check it out today on the Trail in Orangevale. Now, before we get too far into this episode, I want to make sure I call out our sponsor for today. LB Construction has been a great supporter of the museum. We really appreciate everything you've done for us and thankful for this partnership of this episode. So, what are we doing in suburbia here? All of a sudden, we are in Orangevale, but this is a suburban neighborhood as it looks. Well, let's get into the story of William Randolph Hearst, because that's going to paint the picture for this street. William Randolph Hearst got his father's newspaper, the San Francisco Examiner, in 1887. His father, George, who became a senator, had won it from a gambling debt, and it was losing money. Had about 5,000 subscribers when William Randolph Hearst took it over. And within 3 years, he made it profitable, and he got it up to 50,000 subscribers. Now, he did this with a combination of great writing. He had people like Jack London and Mark Twain writing for him. He had sensational stories that he was drawing people in. It was almost like clickbait of the day, right? And then he had these prizes that he was coming up with, these huge prize things for his subscribers, which was to, again, build up that subscribership and really make that newspaper profitable. So in 1888, the Orangevale Colonization Company was formed, and they started selling their 10-acre tracts right here in Orangevale. Now, in 1889, they ended up starting to advertise with the San Francisco Examiner, which started that relationship between them and William Randolph Hearst's paper. By 1892, we see this huge front page ad promoting this new prize package that's coming out with William Randolph Hearst giving away 20 acres of land and a brand new house to the grand prize winner for his subscribers' sweepstakes, as it were. Absolutely amazing prize. He had other things like pianos and land and horses that he was giving away, 9,000 prizes in all. So by the time they did the awards, he had jumped up to 77,000 subscribers for the Examiner. So it was very successful. International subscribers coming from all over the place to be part of that prize. Now, 20 acres in Orangevale and a house, that's pretty impressive. So they ended up buying 2 tracts, building this house, giving it away. There was a big hullabaloo, I guess you could say, where they did an award, like sweepstakes entries. They had the 77,000 entries with all the people's names. They picked out the winners, and a man from Oregon won the grand prize, which happened to be the house again and the 20 acres. It was absolutely amazing prize. And you look at that. So this gentleman from Oregon wins this fantastic prize, and you've been told you're going to Disneyland, but instead of going to Disneyland, the gentleman decided to sell it immediately. He didn't want to leave Oregon. So he actually sells it to the secretary of the Orangevale Colonization Company, George Katzenstein, who then immediately puts it in his portfolio of real estate and rents it out for a while. Now, in 1922, the Katzensteins, the widow, she ends up selling it to Perry Greenhalgh, which the Greenhalgh family is a huge family for Orangevale. That's a completely other story. But Perry is one of the children. He ended up buying it after he came back from World War I, and they lived there for 57 years, till 1971, I believe it was. Absolutely amazing. He passed away, they passed away. They sold it to a family by the name of Shaw. The Shaws during the 70s and mid 80s, they ended up doing a bunch of renovations to the house and making it look much better. By 85, they had sold it. The other things that had happened during this time was half of this the other 10-acre parcel had been already sold off. half of this 10-acre parcel had been sold off for development along Main Avenue behind us. And so it was down to 5 acres and the house. And what happened in the year 2000 was they built this entire subdivision of brand new homes, but decided to keep this historic home saved in the neighborhood. Absolutely amazing. And you'll see by all the driveways that they all have their standard straight driveways. But when you look at the driveway here by this house, it's a big roundabout. And they have quite a bit of property back here hidden with the house that was saved, along with, of course, the amazing historic home that is here today. Now, currently, the residents are letting us tape on the property. It's private property, so don't come jumping around here anymore. You can look around on the cul-de-sac, but respect their privacy. One of the cool things you'll be able to see is the artwork on the front of the house. It's pointing towards Central Avenue. Of course, the front of the house is looking a completely different way than all the other houses, but it's pointing towards Central Avenue. That front artwork was there from the very beginning, and you'll see it in the Examiner advertisements that we'll show you as well during this episode. So with that, I'd love to take you to one of the things that we found at the very end of our research that just blew us away, and that's going to take us to our museum. Here we are at the museum, the Orangevale History Museum, and in our flipper floppers you can actually see the Hearst house is one of our houses that we've prominently displayed in our poster section for the various houses, some of the prominent people in Orangevale. Neat place to look if you want to catch up while you're at the museum. But that amazing thing that we found while we were doing our research, Pam Devine and I were both looking for all the information, real estate transactions, newspaper articles, and the one thing that was under our nose the entire time is, at the time, we were at the Chamber of Commerce, the Orangevale Chamber of Commerce. All our materials were there, including the map of Orangevale, the colony map. And on that colony map is the actual name, the Examiner prize tracks is there on track 161 and 162. It was there the entire time, where we were meeting, and it was right under our noses. It was just amazing to then find that after all the research we did. Just put the bow on top of this amazing story. So with that, it's Mark Ehring signing off with On the Trail in Orangevale. If you like this video, a like and subscribe is great. What's even better, if you want to really support us, the mission of this organization, and keeping these episodes coming out, is to click down below, join us, become a member, and support the organization. We're all volunteer. We're doing this because we love history, we love the community. You don't actually have to live in Orangevale to be part of this, right? All this history interweaves. So check it out, join us. We'd love to see you support what we're doing here.